Hello everyone and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are checking out RWBY World of Remnant from episode 5 to episode 8. I decided that we will go back to the World of Remnant episodes because if we continue from, I guess, volume 3 chapter 6, let's just say that given experience that I have, I much rather to check these 4 episodes right now than, I guess, have it 1 week going back to these episodes and then continuing with normal chapters. So yeah, I guess let's just call it a hunch. And yeah, without any further ado, as you may know, these links for the World of Remnant videos will be in the description below, so you guys can go sync it up with me, go check Rooster T's official website as well. And yeah, also on my Patreon I will have the, I guess, this particular reaction as well available. So yeah, without any further ado, the first one, or I guess the episode 5, being Vytal Festival Tournament. Yes, we are like halfway mark for the third volume.
It all began, as most things do, with war.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The kingdoms of the world had been locked in a violent struggle for years. But eventually the Great War of Remnant came to an end on the small island of Vytal. It was here that humanity's leaders chose peace over bloodshed and constructed the future of modern society, establishing new laws, new academies, and new traditions.
Amazing.
The Vytal Festival
Smart
was
choice.
created to serve as a celebration of peace between the kingdoms. Every 2 years, a kingdom would be chosen to open its doors to the world, allowing citizens from every corner of Remnant to meet and indulge in one another's cultures. The pinnacle of this event was the Vytal Festival Tournament.
Yay. Cool music in the background.
After the newly formed Huntsmen academies proved to be a success, the Vytal Festival Tournament was designed to test the strengths of the kingdom's warriors in a safe and friendly competitive environment, a wonderful method in which to ensure that the world's huntsmen would never settle for mediocrity, but would constantly strive to become the absolute best they could be.
Yes.
As the skills of the huntsmen grew, so did the games.
This looks like a Beyblade.
The tournament would need a stage equal in greatness to that of its competitors. Amity Coliseum was the culmination of the 4 kingdoms' efforts, a technological marvel,
Each
and a
gave its
shining
own
symbol of
part.
harmony, capable of making the journey to all the kingdoms of Remnant.
Flying
It's
Coliseum.
true that all of this began with war, but it is peace that has served to shepherd humanity on its ascension to greatness.
Yes.
May we never stray from that path.
Here we go.
Oh my god, thank you so much for watching RWBY World of Remnant old episodes on the new YouTube channel.
Remember to go to roosterteeth.com for new RWBY content, especially for first members.
Yes, it
Well,
helps the people making the shows.
Like,
That was,
smash the bell.
I didn't expect this. That was okay. Okay, following with the Huntsmen. What? Did we change language now?
Huntsmen and huntresses, the best and
Why?
brightest warriors of Remnant, ranking higher than kingdom police.
Why?
And even military in terms of strength and skill.
I'm not sure why they changed
The occupation was
language
established
of the
alongside
subtitles.
the Huntsman academies after the Great War.
That was
with the hope of
strange.
creating elite warriors whose sole purpose would be to combat the creatures of Grimm. Beacon Academy
Yeah.
was founded in Vale, Haven founded in Mistral, Shade founded in Vacuo, and Atlas founded in the now defunct kingdom of Mantle. These institutions accepted graduates of primary combat schools who showed enough promise and tenacity to not only battle the world's deadliest creatures, but also protect their fellow man.
Our heroes.
For this reason, trainees are grouped into teams, ensuring the continual development of communication, empathy, and teamwork, traits that are vital to any guardian of peace. As an additional precaution to maintaining peace, the founders of the academies believe that their graduates should be kept separate from kingdom allegiance.
Huh.
Once finished with their training, huntsmen and huntresses are free to choose who they work for, as well as what kind of work they will do through the use of mission boards.
Basically,
Allying with
adventures.
a particular kingdom or village is entirely up to the individual. However, Atlas Academy has come under increasing amounts of scrutiny for the indoctrination of military lifestyle upon its students, pressuring them to enlist in the Atlas military's Special Operatives Unit. Every academy has its own methods of teaching, but the end result is the same. Huntsmen
Fight
and huntresses
grim.
ready to make their own
Save
paths.
people.
Some will stay together as a team, some will move on to work alone. But all are expected to serve humanity and never succumb to the darkness.
Yep.
Oh my god, thank you so much for watching RWBY World of Remnant.
You
Old
will not
episodes
scare
on
me the
new
second
YouTube
time.
channel.
Remember to go to roosterteeth.com for new RWBY content, especially for first members.
Yes, it helps the people making the shows.
Like, subscribe, and smash the bell.
Do it!
Throughout the years, the
Oh.
world of Remnant has seen hundreds of technological advances that have changed society. The most influential of all of them being
We
the
started really
cross-continental
fast with this one.
transmit system.
Cross-continental
Prior to
transmit
the
system,
invention
yeah.
of the CCTS,
Very important thing.
long-range communication was extremely limited. The discovery and development of radio technology allowed for communication within
The internet
boundaries
is
of most
alive.
kingdoms. But communication with other parts of the world was restricted to the physical delivery of messages. With every alternative form of communication that was proposed, there seemed to be the perfect obstacle. The destructive nature of the creatures of Grimm severely limited the reliability of ground-based technologies. The concept of relay satellites orbiting around the planet was promising. Unfortunately, modern man has yet to make the technological advancements required to achieve spaceflight, as all known dust types lose their power as they begin to leave Remnant's atmosphere.
Very
Eventually, it
interesting.
was the people of Atlas, the world's leader in science and technology, that developed the cross-continental transmit system. It was revolutionary. Like radio, signals were sent and received wirelessly, though the content of these transmissions were not nearly as limited. Audio, video, images, and text were
Everything.
all capable of transmission, and eventually an entire online web of information was at mankind's fingertips. Currently, the system is supported by 4 primary relay towers, each located within a safeguarded area of the kingdoms. These towers allow for wireless communication within a kingdom through the use of devices such as scrolls. Signals become less reliable the farther a user travels from the CCT tower.
Yeah.
And although smaller support towers do exist outside of kingdoms, they are constantly at risk of destruction by the creatures of Grimm. Shortcomings aside, for the first time in history, digital transmissions between kingdoms were possible through the
I
use
am
of
so
slightly
thankful
more
that I am
advanced
born
devices,
in this
typically
era
found
of
in
technology
homes
and
CCT
internet.
centers. The cross-continental transmit system has and will continue to advance the progression of mankind. However, if one of the 4 towers is taken offline, the entire network fails with it. A slight inconvenience during routine maintenance, but to be honest, I find the limitation somewhat poetic. No one voice is louder than the others, and no voice may be silenced without the rest. If the people of Remnant are to speak, then they shall do so together. Or not at all.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh my god, thank you so much for watching RWBY World of Remnant old episodes on the new YouTube channel.
Remember to go to
Amazing.
roosterteeth.com for
You're
new RWBY
welcome.
content, especially for first members.
Yes, it helps the people making the shows.
Like, subscribe, and smash the bell.
Do it!
Did it already. Okay, and the last one for today. We are just bruising like through all of them. I will, I guess, have a little more conversation after this one.
In the forests of Remnant, beside a great and mighty river, stood the small, fragile home of a cold, frail man.
We have a story.
A lone wizard. Hidden from the dangers and distractions of the world, the wizard seldom had visitors. But on this day, as he peered out his window, his gaze fell upon a young maiden. Calmly she sat beneath his tree, in a state of absolute tranquility. When the wizard demanded an explanation, the maiden simply replied, "My name is Winter. I am on a journey.
Winter
I am
Schnee.
waiting for my sisters." With that, she closed her eyes and sat in silence. The wizard told himself the girl was a fool, but the longer she sat, the more he wished to share in the serenity the young maiden enjoyed. In time, he grew tired and decided to close his eyes as well, thinking on this strange predicament. Upon opening his eyes, the wizard
Good
was
morning.
befuddled to find that
The
a
man
second
slept for
maiden
3
had
months.
appeared beneath his tree, cheerful and spry, with a basket of fruit and flowers. When he asked for an explanation, the girl simply replied, "My name is Spring. I am on a journey, and I am waiting for my sisters." To show her gratitude for his reluctant hospitality, the girl retrieved a handful of seeds from her basket and planted them in the wizard's garden.
Fast growing. Here we go.
The old hermit could
Strawberries?
hardly believe his
I'm not
eyes
sure.
as the maiden turned what was once a mere pile of dirt and manure into a beautiful garden from which life would surely blossom. It's likely he would have gazed for hours, were it not for the unfamiliar laughter he heard from beneath his tree. A young woman with a warm smile now stood beside the two maidens. The wizard begged her to introduce herself, to which she happily responded, "My name is Summer. I am on a journey, and I am waiting for my sister." Of course,
Yeah.
thought the wizard. But another chirp of laughter left the old man perplexed. What in the world was so funny? As it turned out, it was him. The new arrival found the wizard's insistence on staying indoors so very amusing. Why choose to view the world through a small window when the door leading out to it was right at his side?
Good
It
question.
was a compelling argument, and after only a moment of brief hesitation, the wizard left his home and stepped outside. The warmth of the sun brought with it a surge of energy and life, and soon the wizard wasn't feeling much like himself anymore.
Tag, you're it.
He was feeling much better. As the day drew to a
Imagine
close,
that
the
happened to
maidens and the
you.
wizard all settled down and prepared a feast. Winter set the table. Spring supplied the crops. Summer prepped the meal, and the wizard was the happiest he'd been in ages. But in all the excitement, he nearly failed to notice the delicate woman that now stood beneath his tree. He smiled and beckoned her to join them, asking only for her name. "My name is Fall," she replied softly. "I am on a journey and am here to meet my sisters. Who are you?" "Me?" the wizard wondered. "Well, I am but an old hermit. I have lived in these woods alone for centuries, and I'm afraid my story is not very interesting, as I have
Centuries.
no one to love and nothing to my name." The eldest sister looked up at all that surrounded them. "But sir, do you not see? You have so much." It
New
was true.
garden,
With their
house,
help, it
everything,
was now
company.
clear to see that the wizard had everything he could ever need. He was grateful, but a question lingered in his mind. "Why me?" he asked. "Why did the four of you choose to open my eyes, to share with me your gifts? Why am I so special?" The four sisters looked to one another, perplexed. Finally, the eldest spoke. I beg your pardon, sir, but we did not do these things for you because you were special. We do what we can for everyone, because we are able. The old wizard was at a loss. Never in his years had he come across such kindness. It was in that moment that he knew what should be done.
In all those years?
The wizard summoned his magic, every ounce he could muster, and bestowed it upon the sisters. He smiled. Take this gift and know now that you are able to do so much more. Now, armed with the elements, the very powers of nature, and the unimaginable magic of the wizard, the four maidens, winter, spring, summer, and fall, promise to carry onward with their journey, using their gifts to aid others, just as they had aided him. One by one, the sisters left, but before they did, they made one final promise. They promised to return each and every year to visit their dear friend.
A very nice story.
Oh my god, thank you so much for watching RWBY World of Remnant old episodes on the new YouTube channel.
You're welcome.
Remember to go to roosterteeth.com for new RWBY content, especially for first members.
Yes, it helps the people making the shows.
Like, subscribe, and smash the bell.
Do it!
Got it. But yeah, those were the 4 World of Remnant episodes. And yeah, now that, I just decided I'll go just past them and we will talk later. So here is the thing. As I said in the previous, part where we checked out the first 4 episodes, these over here bring a lot of new information, or just the concrete information of what is happening and how things are put together and what is maybe behind the closed door. And yeah, before we actually continue with the the last half of the 3rd volume, I believe it's good to have these particular things over here, revisited or refreshed in mind, and now we can continue without any problems. Well, so the first one that we started with the Vytal Festival tournament, as we know, there was a war where I'm not actually sure why they fought, but usually people at the start don't like each other for some reason, and they decide to go straight into the war where is a lot of casualties, and then after that you decide, oh wait, that's actually a bad idea, let's stop it and make an alliance of it now. So yeah, very smart thing for humanity, and that they decided to do that piece on the Vytal, island, and that's why it was called Vytal Festival. And now we have, potentially the Vytal tournament, where they are fighting, or actually each school of huntsmen and huntresses is fighting to get, the reward of, not actually sure what the reward can be, but yeah, just a, I don't know, good job of winning the tournament, not really sure what are the rewards here. But yeah, representing their kingdoms, it's really a great honor, right, if you win. So yeah, and then following that one was the, the Huntsmen, how they came to be, and yeah, they are basically heroes, right? People that are trained to fight the Grim and help the people of Remnant. So here is not much to say. When they graduate, that they go for, they decide which job they want to take, basically like we do when we finish school or graduate from the school. We decide what are we gonna do, or we will, take a job or find a job, or just make YouTube videos. So yeah, And following that one was the cross-continental transmit system, CCTS, right? Yeah, I believe so. And with that one, we got an important information that, I mean, basically dust, I mean, with the dust, if they're using it as fuel, they cannot go in the outer space to, I guess, make some satellites or so for the internet. And what that means is that they needed to build all those, I guess, transmitters on the ground. And I guess Atlas is that far ahead with the technology that they, I guess, made the 4 CCT towers. And yeah, with that, there is a whole internet like we know it. The problem is that when one goes down, everything goes out. So and I'm not sure what is the maintenance scheduling for that to, I guess, how to fix it, right? So yeah, a very big flaw in this particular system. And even if they go out of the kingdom, the signal gets less and less frequent, or I guess strong, right? It has a less you have a less signal. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here. So scrolls become useless in that regard. So I guess those that are like outside of the kingdoms and moving around like nomads and stuff, those don't actually have scrolls, I assume. But yeah, the more you know. And then with this last one, with the 4 Maidens, 4 seasons, interesting story of the wizard that was basically shut in, and after 4 stranger girls came to his house and started working outside, he became friends with them, or I guess just yeah, let's say that. And each of them, I guess, being that kind to help him was, I guess, his I don't know, it sparked an interest in him that he wants to help them as well, and potentially gave them magical powers of elementals. So each of them has something more than they had before. So yeah, using those gifts in good, hopefully they do, right? And yeah, each year visiting him as well. I am not sure. I mean, he said that he lived there for centuries, right? So he's old, and I'm pretty sure that maidens are like normal people, right? So I'm not sure how long are we talking about. I'm not sure how old is this story exactly, but yeah, it will have important ground for the following chapters of, I guess, RWBY. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anything, but yeah, that was a little, I mean, personally, I do remember seeing these particular ones, so this was for me more of a recap and, I guess, refreshment of memory before we jump into the second half of volume 3. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this one, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, click that bell for notifications so be informed of my next reactions, gameplays, reviews and other things you guys put in the comments below for me to check out. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! And now a special thank you to Kevin Wallace and Reds Racer for additional support on my Patreon.